played well, and it really believes that it can get business taken care of on the road, too. So they don't have any worries when they go away from home.
Not yet, anyway. But, you know, that could change if the first few games on this trip don't go according to plan. And you know how it is, Clark. You can get on a bad roll very easily, especially on the road.
And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Thompson and Verija at the 4 and 5. Anthony is out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's James in at the 3. So for Cleveland, their last game, a win against Milwaukee.
They ran away with that game. Mostly thanks to the play of the offensive end.
That's exactly right, guys. There was crisp movement by the players and the ball throughout that game. And they got a lot of high-quality shots as a result. It is so hard to contain. He just seems to get it done however he has to do.
He kicks it to Anthony. Outside. Shoots off the screen, and it's rejected. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. First quarter, just over a minute played. Cannot hit. So it's the Cavaliers now. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Houston this season.
Well, this was a team they had some problems with last year. It was an interconference matchup. They only faced each other twice, but both times they ended up on the wrong end of the score.
Shots good by Anthony. Houston's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And the call will be against Dean. That's his first foul. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Verija against Howard. Reason is just to Cannon. Houston moving it around. Just 3 to shoot. He had a nice open look right there. 6 points for James Harden.
Looks like he might be on his game today, Clark.
James gets the screen from Anthony. Back to LeBron.
Yeah, he got waxed. There shouldn't be much debate on that one.
Yeah, that was as straightforward as it gets, guys.
The Cavaliers shooting their first shots of the night from a charity stripe.
And the team free throw numbers for this club this season, very impressive. About 80% on the line.
Those are good numbers for any team. I mean, they can feel extremely good about their free throw shooting percentage this season.
Now, here's Ariza. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against the Lakers.
His rebounding in that game, Kevin, just tremendous. All the board. Well, they just gave him 2 points. Defensively, you're going to have to tighten things up here. That's not a good sign.
Anthony with the screen on Ariza. Stolen. In the corner, Harden lays it up and bunks it in. Harden's got 8.
4 or 5 shots have dropped for them already. Not a bad way to get things started.
Now let's send it over to Doris Burke, who was able to talk with Kevin McHale.
I asked him if there was an X factor in this game, a player they couldn't forget about, and he said it would have to be Tristan Thompson, the power forward out of Texas. He said Thompson is still developing from a skill standpoint, but his motor is really off the charts. You always have to find him and get a body on him when the shot goes up, because the guy never takes a play off. Guys, they've been forewarned. We'll see if they take it to heart.
Thanks, Doris.
Boy, the prettiest play in basketball to me. Executed to perfection.
I don't think we're going to get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
Well, unless you're the team getting dunked on, of course.
Here is Harden to the made shot from Anthony. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Boy, extremely opportunistic defense leading to those points there.
That dunk, Clark, coming within seconds of the steal.
Love the way they convert from defense to offense.
That's what happens when you get all 5 guys on a string defensively, ready to react and make a play.
And here we go with Anthony running it up the court, and he gets it to go. Irving's got his first bucket of the night. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
I think they're also getting some good looks in transition, doing a nice job of running the floor.
But Clark, we've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
Yeah, we sure have. I mean, it's been a bit of a windshield wiper game. I mean, back and forth, the lead has gone 5 times, so no one in clear control yet.
I think both teams feel like they can win. They both have confidence. So we'll see which team can kind of ride the momentum and take control of this game. And they're beginning to fall apart a little bit defensively, especially inside.
Well, that's 4 straight buckets now at the rim.
Howard kicks to Harden. Excellent D there from Anthony.
You know, typically, guys, he has the body control to finish when he's in that tight. I'm not sure what happened there.
There's the block. And that will be Cleveland as it goes out of bounds. Cavaliers retain possession. Here's the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been fantastic from three-point land in the last 10. In second, the Rockets.
The main factor, I think, is the great spacing that has led to wide-open long-range shots. That's why we see the great numbers from the three-point line.
Irving passes to Anthony. Verajao dishes to Anthony. 5 to shoot. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Their last game a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
And if you want to look at one thing that was key to the victory, Kevin, it was the three-point shooting.
Well, that's a powerful weapon for them indeed. I mean, it makes things a lot easier for you offensively when you're knocking down that 3-ball.
Here's James following the score by Houston. Fires the 3. Here's Verajao. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
Love it. Old school. Just physical play in the paint. Dominate.
Here's Kanan. Boy, he was something else against the Lakers. Harden the pass to Dennis. No good. Cavaliers go the other way with it. LeBron left side. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. They set the pick. Harden the pass to Dennis. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time.
Wow, this has been a thriller. I mean, the way these teams are battling, just going back and forth.
Would you like to bet that this game may end on a buzzer beater? How much would you bet? Over the last 10 games, as we look at the Rockets, this is how they compare to the rest of the league. First in scoring, second in three-point field goal percentage. And they also show up in the top 5 in assists. They've got scores, pretty good passing team as well.
And the points that they're scoring per game that you talked about is really a result of great offensive execution. This is a club that works well together. They get great looks, and they'll also score in transition.
Now here's Anthony. Playing Milwaukee, he was nearly unstoppable.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on the clinic on how to share the ball.
I just love the mentality. If the shot isn't there, they're forcing anything, they're moving it side to side, working to get a good shot.
That's the way to move the ball.
Patience here.
Let's see what you got, son.
Oh, I got plenty.
And Wesley Matthews subbed in for Cannon. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Carlos Boozer's checked in for Verajao. Chris Middleton comes in for Tristan Thompson. Mike Miller's checked in for LeBron. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving. Miller outside. Goes up on the high post. And the shot is walked.
I just assume he's going to knock those down when he's as open as he was there.
At the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close.
Tuesday, January 26th, LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers take on Victor Oladipo and the Orlando Magic. It's the real deal.
On to this. Start the second quarter. Guys of the Rockets, what jumps out to you from a number standpoint?
How about the three-point shooting? The scoring has really come in bunches from long range.
Yeah, it seems like every time down the floor, they're knocking down the triple.
On the court for Cleveland, Anthony, he's in a shooting guard. Chris Middleton is out there with Boozer, and it's Miller, and it's Dellavedova in at the point.
That's been a great day for him. And remember, he gave them a huge performance their last time out as well.
The Cavaliers have split their free throws right down the middle so far. They're 2 for 2. misses for Anthony.
Boy, you wonder what the score of this game would be if they weren't pulling down all these rebounds.
Love what I'm seeing from them in the paint.
Yeah, the referee's all over that one.
No doubt about it. Clearly a foul. Nothing to argue about there.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Houston.
Now, they didn't waste any time getting into a groove out there. They're dialed in from long range.
Another thing they've been doing so far tonight is knocking down the jump shot.
Here's Dellavedova. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Anthony kicks to Boozer. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Anthony's got 4 assists in the game.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
And even if it costs them some foul trouble, putting some bodies on bodies. Be physical.
Cavaliers trailing. Dellavedova kicks to Anthony. Boozer with the screen for Anthony. Boom! He jams it straight down.
That's basketball 101, guys. I mean, elementary. Use the screen to free yourself and then take it straight to the rack.
Yeah, very nice set play for him.
Well, that's using your head and using your body.
Now, here's Matthews. He picked up 21 points in their last win against the Lakers.
And he really kept his head down, was drawing contact, getting himself to the line, played an aggressive game. That was a big-time help for him and his team.
And slam dunk by Anthony.
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
And I like that. And some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in, but I say put as much as you can on the finish and get your teammates going.
Here's Dennis. Here's Matthews. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, he got whacked. There shouldn't be much debate on that one.
Yeah, that was as straightforward as it gets, guys.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here. He makes 1 of 2 that time. Cavaliers leading. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And it's Anthony with the jam.
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. Their teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And what a play to make it a close game. Potential momentum builder.
Matthews, no one around him, sinks the triple. Matthews has got it all tied up now for the run.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if we give him that much space. Get a moment here to look at the numbers for the Hart. Averaging about 23 points, 7 assists. Out. He's their #1 option on offense.
No surprise there, Steve. I mean, the way he can fill it up, he leads the team in scoring, too.
Here's Dellavedova. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game.
Boy, the pass there floated up to the precise spot where it needed to be.
And no messing around in the finish, huh? He powers it through.
Sure didn't waste any time there.
I'll tell you what, that is going to be an alley-oop we'll see on the highlight reel the next few days.
Here is Matthews after the made shot from Anthony. Shot clock at 6. The kick out to Matthews. And it's Matthews again missing. For Cleveland, they've gotten all of their first 6 shots to go in here in the second. What a quarter so far.
You know, they've been so effective when they've been able to get the ball inside.
Some real shortcomings from this defense. I mean, they've given up 5 straight looks in the paint.
Now, here is Harden. He's coming off a 25-point game against the Lakers. Here's Anthony, and he throws it down hard with one hand. And Clark, we saw a very animated huddle that last break, and I'm sure the coach wanted something specific from his team.
Well, Kevin, this is certainly a key moment for the squad, and he's looking for players to lock into the new game plan and carry it out the rest of the way. That's what he's trying to get across.
And here are the Rockets now, following the score by Cleveland. Harden can't hit. From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Yes, gentlemen, D in their last game against the Bucks just played phenomenal. He ended with 47 points, and as always, piling up rebound after rebound as well. Truly impressive numbers from him in a stellar performance. What a special night.
Thanks, Doris, for revisiting what was an astounding performance.
It clearly was one of those games that when we look back on his career, this game will be right there among the best ever that he's played.
Well, he was in the zone from the outset. It was just one of those games where he was feeling it. Everything was going his way. And he attacked, and that's what I like. Once he knew it was his night, he just attacked relentlessly.
Well, it's not just point guards that can pass the rock. Here are the assist leaders among shooting guards over the span of the last month. Look at Hart, an uncommonly gifted passer, leading the league in assists. And, of course, D, even better. Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Boozer. James comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Matthew Dellavedova. Here's Kanan. He's got 9. Pass to Howard. To help the run. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Outside Anthony. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
He's been absolutely in control. No slowing down for Anthony. He has 23 points and 4 steals. Whether it's making the tough pass or coming up with the steal, he's been able to do it.
So he's had a great feel for the game today, for his teammates, for the situation, for his opponents. I mean, he knows what's going on out there.
Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Mike Miller.
You know, he didn't get to the line in that entire first quarter. But right now, he's showing some aggressiveness out there.
Cannon. The Rockets again can't hit. Cleveland with the ball. They're on a 19-7 run. James outside. Back to Irving. Shoots from 12. That's good. Irving's got 10 points.
It's the kind of finish we've gotten used to seeing from him in the low post.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Cannon dishes to Matthews. Taken away by Anthony. A finish.
Up high and down hard. That's went to the windmill dunk to turn this place on its ear. I love it.
Yeah, this crowd is stunned.
And they should be, Kevin. That was one elaborate finish.
And it's Matthews with the jam. I like that they're taking it inside and taking advantage of each opportunity. Clark to chip away at the deficit.
Yeah, and doing it with the dunk is a major energizer, too. Gets the momentum going.
Yeah, and I think the interior defense has a good job offensively. The defensive presence is almost non-existent. They may see this lead disappear if they continue to give up those easy points.
Gets trailed by 11. Here's Kanan. 9 points in the game so far. Howard with this screen on Irving. Out of bounds. Rockets ball is Houston keeps possession.
Nice play to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
I tell you what, guys, if he gets there...
Move your feet on defense. No more fouls.
A minute 50 left here in the second. Now the pass to Matthews. Fades. And he gets it to go. Matthews has got 11 points. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Anthony's checked in.
A moment here now to see the numbers for LeBron James. Lately, he's been untouchable. He's been in the zone. You see how his performances match up. 12th in shooting percentage, and he's been quite an offensive threat, averaging enough points to put him in the top 20 in scoring.
You know, talking again about his field goal percentage, Steve, I mean, that's really been a strong suit for him, an area of strength in his game. He's basically been efficiently and reliably scoring.
Here's Kanan. He's guarded by Waiters. Kanan gets to Ariza. He dishes it to Howard. Banked in off the glass. Howard's got his second basket of the night.
Tell you what, despite that hot start from long range, they've really gotten away from the three-point shot.
And I know that's sacrilegious to you, Steve. I mean, being a shooter and all your pass, you figure you should be firing away from out there at all times. But the mid-range game and in-between games served me quite well. But that hasn't been the best meal ticket for them here in the second half. You got to go with what you do best.
Well, since the first quarter, we've seen them ease off that long distance game here a little bit. It's probably a good idea.
Yeah, you know, Steve, some teams would prefer to just shoot their way out of a slump. But getting a few to drop from inside the arc is really a good way to get your offense back on track.
40 seconds left in the second quarter. And here is Waiters, averaging 8 points a game. 6 to shoot. Anthony right side. And Cleveland again with the bucket.
The more touches he gets, the more this lead will grow. He has just been unconscious this quarter.
Nuggets trailed by 14. Here's Keenan. He's got 13. It's Matthews on the wing. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Way to play in attack mode and get inside.
And, you know, if you're on defense and you're going to foul, make sure it's a good one. They did, preventing the and one.
Both free throws good for Matthews. Anthony. But if it goes, and it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. That'll do it for the first half. Cavaliers ahead. Up.
Certainly good numbers from you shooting the ball in the first half. What has been your approach on offense?
I'm just trying to let the game come to me. When I don't try to force it on offense, good things happen. That's why I've had success here early on.
Okay, that was some strong work in the first half. Let's talk about what we got to do to keep this crowd out of the game. First of all, our transition offense has been really clicking, and it made a big difference. Let's keep getting those points on the break. On the other hand, I was happy with the pressure we put on them with our D and the steals we got out of it. Let's keep that heat on them. And in this half, I want us quick to get out on the break. Let's get headed up the floor as soon as we get our hands on the ball. All right, guys, let's get out there and play a good second half.
Team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. We're seeing tremendous gameplay from D.
Well, in terms of his points in the first half, I mean, that's pretty much what we've come to expect out of him.
Yeah, that's an open book on all you need to know about what talent he has. I'll bet he adds a lot more to that tally in the second half.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. And so in the game for the Rockets. Harden and Reza out on the perimeter. Then there's Isaiah Cannon. Then there's Howard. And it's Dennis in at the 4 spot. Cannon, the pass to Harden. Cannot hit. Anthony with the defensive effort.
No excuses there. Got a really good look at the basket after being freed up by the pick.
We say it all the time. The execution was excellent. The result not as good, but good ball movement anyway.
And here are the Rockets now after LeBron's three-pointer that didn't go. Dennis. He's covered by Thompson. Here's Dennis. Howard trying to free himself up. Cavaliers with the rebound. Anthony's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. LeBron outside. Kicks to Verajao. Outside Anthony. And Anthony gets double teamed. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Irving dishes to Anthony. Pulls it up. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
Well, they need a shot or two to fall here soon. They're 1 of 4 since the break.
That is good. Hannah's got 15.
Yeah, he put himself in great position to finish that break off, guys.
Yep, right to the rack.
Outside Irving. And stolen by Ariza. Here's Canaan. He's covered by Irving. Cannon, the pass to Dennis. And stolen by James. Anthony against Harden. Feeds it to Verajao. Here's James. He has 5. Anthony right side. He feeds it to LeBron. Trying to get open is Thompson. And James gets it to go on the assist by Anthony. Anthony's got 5 assists in the game. Here's Canaan, covered by Irving. Canaan kicks to Harden. He's looking for Howard and finds him. Canaan dishes to Harden. And lots of good attack there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson.
What a performance from Harden. 13 points and the three-pointers have been dropping for him. He's got 3 of them.
Well, as long as he's continuing to make them, I think they should make him more of a focal point of this offense. Boy, that was solid. I tell you, he's one of the best there is up there at the foul line.
Anthony's shot is off.
You know, normally when you dominate on the glass, it really shows up on the screen. Not so much here today.
You're right, Steve. Typically, it is a good barometer that indicates who's winning, but not so.
Irving can't hit.
So hard not to go for it. You see a chance for an alley-oop like there was there.
No, he wishes he had.
Canaan, the pass to Howard. Dennis. He's covered by Thompson. Canaan gets to Ariza. And that one's good. The Cavaliers leading by 11. Thompson sets the pick for LeBron. Passes it to Thompson. Back to LeBron. Little turnaround. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. Rockets have been 2 of 5 shooting here in the 3rd quarter. Harden dishes to Ariza. The lead now in single digits.
And he just used his height that time down low. That's going to be pretty hard to defend against.
Robert Covington's checked in for the Rockets. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
They continue to run and gun throughout the game, guys.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnover.
Now here is Verjao, averaging 6 points per contest. And Anthony gets double teamed. 2 on the clock. And LeBron James with the 3. LeBron's got 11.
Boy, they look helpless defensively.
Here's Canaan. 15 points in the game. Here's Howard. Rebounded by Anthony.
Terrific defense at the rim. They got right in his path.
You know, that's part of what great defenders do. They get not only in your path, but in your head a little bit, too.
He's been working some magic out there today, guys. This lead has been largely his making.
Anthony against Harden. Pass to Canaan. There's the feed to Howard. The jump hook. And it's Howard again missing.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costly.
Irving passes to Thompson. A 3-ball. And another 3 for Cleveland.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
It's trailed by 17. Harden kicks to Howard. They get it back. And the bucket counts. He's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
Well, that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active, be energetic, and react as soon as the shot goes up.
And the Rockets making a change here. Unis is checked in. And Cleveland with a change here, too. Boozer's checked in. Anthony drives in. Ariza with the rebound. Ariza's got 4 rebounds now tonight. It's tipped. It's out of bounds for the Rockets as Houston retains possession. Cavaliers on D. Power dishes to Hart. Launches a 3. That is good. The Cavaliers lead cut to just 11 on the basket from Ariza.
He's really stood out for his club today. Even though they're struggling a little bit, he's doing his part.
Now, here is Irving. 20 points for him. Now the dish to Anthony. Back to Irving. Outside Anthony. Just 5 to shoot. assist by Anthony. 23 points for Kyrie Irving. Rockets have gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. Ariza against Irving. Ariza passes to Montejunas. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. And what hot hands have been coming from the ranks of the small forwards this past month. A look at the leading shooting percentages for those players. LeBron James third.
And that tells you about those players' ability to slash through the defense, get to the hoop effectively. Because you have to be getting a lot of layups to have that kind of shooting percentage.
You also have to have an excellent outside shot, and all of them do it. Small forward, you have to be reliable from the perimeter as well.
Chris Middleton's checked in for Cleveland. And it's Anthony with the jam.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Well, they already had him staggered, and now all of a sudden they're throwing some haymakers.
Here is Harden. The Cavaliers making the shot. Knocked loose, taken away by Anthony. And here we go, Anthony heading to the hoop. Throws down the breakaway jam.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that's not going to be able to continue if they hope to get back into this game, Clark. It's a deflating play for your morale.
And so here is Houston following the score by Cleveland. Here's Montejunas. Excellent defense there from Boozer. Cleveland leading by 16. Irving attacking. Takes it off the glass. Irving's got 8 points in the quarter.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Well, their energy is lacking. They've got to start playing harder and battle down in the paint.
Now here's Matthews. He's got 13. 6 on the shot clock. The tray. Rebound by Carlos Boozer. Boozer's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. LeBron drives in. Middleton. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. LeBron's got 4 assists now tonight.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Yeah, that's textbook basketball. Just having their way down low.
And so it's Houston with it. Pass to Montejunas. And some nice passing there by Houston. And Matthews gets it to go.
The success they've been having from the three-point line since halftime, I'll bet you that scoreboard starts to look a lot different real soon.
Of course, they have to stay hot. But if they do, I think you're right, Clark. Particularly if they can convert defense into offense.
Here's Middleton. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Middleton's got 7 points in the game.
They have to box out better than that. I mean, that putback is just another example of the difference between these two teams today.
It's stolen by Anthony. And Middleton kicks to Irving, and that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession.
Looking at the Cavaliers over the last 10 and how they compare to the rest of the league, this is what we've got. First in scoring, first in assists, and they're also #1 getting into the passing lanes and coming up with steals. An aggressive team that ball hawks very effectively.
And the points that they're scoring per game that you talked about is really a result of great offensive execution. This is a club that works well together. They get great looks, and they'll also score in transition.
Waiters, who's checked in for Kyrie Irving. To the paint. Here's Montejunas. Can't get it to go. Boozer with the defensive effort. Anthony dishes to Waiters. Back to Anthony. And the jump to finish it off. A beauty.
He's really carried this team offensively here today.
For Cleveland, they have shot just above 55% of the line, going 5 of 9. That's good from Anthony. Houston's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Matthews passes to Harden. Wesley Matthews on the wing. Covered by Anthony. Back to Matthews. 6 to shoot. From 12 feet out. Almost, but it rolls out. The Cavaliers on offense front here. Boozer kicks to Anthony. Middleton dishes to Anthony. Waiters against Harden. Waiters passes to Anthony. It's blocked. They get it back. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And the Rockets making a change here. The Rockets really having a tough go. Harden outside. The pass to Dennis. Excellent defense there from Boozer. Cleveland's got the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it. 9 times they've missed. Anthony kicks to James. Shoots from the baseline, and he knocks down the jumper. LeBron's got 13.
Well, another open jump shot there. Their defense not putting up much of a fight.
There's 39 seconds left to play here in the third. Harden kicks to Matthews. Nice shot from the wing. Matthews has got 5 points now in the quarter. The Cavaliers leading by 22. Now here's Waiters. He kicks it to Anthony from outside the arc, and that one's good. Anthony's got 42 in the game.
He's doing it all for them right now on the offensive side. No matter what the defense has done, they haven't been able to find an answer to stop him. And he's had an answer for every defense he's seen.
Matthews dishes to Harden. And it's off from three-point range. Here's Waiters. And it's well off target. And as we conclude the third. And how about a look now at our assist to the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
This was a showstopper, wasn't it? Just a difficult pass to make. It makes it flawless. Set up that alley-oop.
Let's go, you're up. My time.
Well, Cleveland shooting certainly a key for them in this one. 55% from the field. And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. They've got Matthew Dellavedova. Mike Miller is out there with Chris Middleton. Then there's Harris. And it's Eustace in at the 5, roaming the pass.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, they were very lucky defensively because there was some miscommunication there.
Check in for Cleveland. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Kevin McHale address his team. He told them to be looking to attack in the open floor. He doesn't want them getting slowed down in half-court sets. He wants the fast break to be a major weapon. The next message he had for them was that they should be attacking the basket on offense. He felt very strongly that the defense they're up against is vulnerable down low. A few late-on-the-fly adjustments as the situation gets more desperate for them. It's going to be a tough hill to climb, guys.
Thanks, Doris. Here's Dellavedova. Following the score by Houston. Now Anthony. Shot clock at 5. The 17-footer. The Rockets pull it in. An even 3-on-3 break. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Room service delivery right there, fellas. Wonderful entry feed.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Dellavedova kicks to Anthony. Anthony drawing the double team. Eustace's shot is good.
Very well executed pick to give them all kinds of space to get that one off.
The Rockets shooting the ball at 42%. Passes it to Flowers. Back to Harrington. Cavaliers with the rebound. Anthony's got 13 rebounds in the game. Seeded. Anthony right side. Jacks up a 3. No luck.
A clear look at the hoop. He doesn't miss many of those.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Dellavedova kicks to Middleton. Cuts off the pass. Some nice passing there by Houston. From deep. Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. Cleveland also making some changes. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Houston. Tristan Thompson comes in for Mike Miller. And Irving subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova. Irving passes to Anthony. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Anthony's got 44.
How about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
They have found their groove from deep, Steve.
Harden kicks to Howard. Here's Dennis. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
The story in the first half is their low free throw percentage. They've corrected that here in the second half, and hopefully they can build on it as this game continues to progress.
Monty Eunice is checked in for Dwight Howard. And Cleveland with a change here, too. Braun, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And Tristan Thompson gets the whistle that time. That will be foul number 5 on him.
Boy, it's been a tough go in terms of fouls for him. I mean, my goodness, he can't stay out of the way of foul.
Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Monty Eunice. Now, here's Ariza. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. James outside. He dishes it to Anthony. Again, the Cavaliers score. Rockets have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Kicks it to Harden. This one for 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland. James has got his 3rd rebound tonight. Outside Anthony. The screen from Thompson. Back to LeBron. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Anthony's got his 8th assist in the game. Houston's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Canaan kicks to Harden. Dishes it to Howard. Back to Harden. Feeds it to Howard. Here's Canaan. Buries the jump shot. Cavaliers have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. On the wing, James. Outside Anthony. Picked by Varejau. It's Anthony with the drive. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. That one is on Ariza.
One of the oldest plays in basketball made that dunk possible.
That's right. A terrific screen right there, Steve. Allowed him to lose his man and rock it to the rim.
Well, don't you love to see players working together in that fundamental play? Fun to watch.
Now, here is Harden. He feeds it to Howard. There's a screen. Pass to Dennis. Back to Ariza. Shot misses. And Cleveland the other way now. Irving attacking. Anthony with it. He's picked up by Ariza. Ariza against Anthony. 6 to shoot. Irving for 3. Ariza with the rebound. Ariza's got 5 rebounds tonight. And for Houston, they're shooting it well here in the fourth quarter. 50%. Fires from deep. That's good. Ariza's got 12 points here in the second half.
His shooting has been so good today. He may have to take it upon himself to try to get his club out of this hole.
Outside Irving. On the wing, James. Ariza covering. Anthony with it.
Obvious foul.
Yeah, he took a hit right there and earned those free throws.
That free throw, no good. good on the second. Houston's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Ariza outside. The feed out to Howard. Puts up the baby hook. The first one falls. No good on the second free throw. Cavaliers have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Outside Irving. Wants to get it to Vereshao and does. Harden against Anthony. At the elbow, it's James. And it's James Harden with the rebound.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys. But as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
Ariza with the bucket.
Well, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
The Cavaliers leading by 22. James right side. Anthony against Harden. Anthony drives in. Outside Irving. Just 5 to shoot. Anthony dishes to James. Fires from 18. It's stolen by Ariza. Hook loose. Addition out to Irving. Back to Anthony. Pass to Irving. Takes the 3. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. 28 points for Kyrie Irving.
They've stepped up their three-point shooting game in the second half. They're letting it fly out there with reckless abandon.
Now they're feeling confident, and they're in a good flow offensively, so why not just keep firing from out there?
Dennis. No luck. Nice D from Vereshao.
Well, one of his issues is he's a player that just does not excel at fighting through contact on his way to the rim.
It's Anthony with the drive. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Fellas, that two-hand monster slam was vicious.
I don't think there was anyone, and I mean anyone, that could have stopped him on that one.
I'm glad they didn't try. You don't want anybody getting hurt out here.
And so it's Houston with it. Cavaliers making the shot. Clock at 6. Harden outside. Pulls it up. The Rockets again can't hit.
And the defense got away with a major lapse there.
The drive by Anthony. And the pass to Thompson. And Cleveland again with the bucket.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've seen him make over and over again.
For Houston, they've gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the fourth, and even 50%. Cannon, the pass to Harden. He kicks to Cannon. There's the pick. Back to Harden. Will it go? And the layup is good. Harden's got 20.
It's kind of his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the defense and finish at the rim.
Irving kicks to Anthony. And Anthony gets double teamed. Irving attacking. Anthony dishes to Irving. There's the 3. And another 3 for Cleveland.
Tell you what, when he gets it going, this is exactly what can happen. They may have to double team him.
Here's Canaan. He's covered by Irving. Ariza no look. Cleveland's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. LeBron passes to Anthony. Passes to Vereshao. On the wing, Irving. Cleveland moving it around. Pulls up, high post. LeBron's shot is good. James has got 12 points in just the second half.
Well, that puts the nail in the coffin.
A clinic in terms of how to play with the lead right there.
There's the pick. And Howard has it in the corner. Here's Canaan, covered by Irving. On the wing, Harden. Shot from 12. Again, the miss by Harden.
This quarter has not been his best. The defense may be starting to affect him a little bit. And we head to the final buzzer in a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance. This will go in the books as a really gaudy win for Cleveland.
Fewer miscues made the difference, Clark.
Yeah, I thought the fact they minimized their turnovers was huge. It was a terrific all-around effort.
And on the year, this will turn out to be win number 34 for them.
And it always feels good to get that first win of the season series. Going head-to-head twice this year, this will put them up 1-0 so far against the Rockets.
Well, you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this has been for Anthony. What more, really, can you ask of a guy? I mean, when he comes out and gets a triple-double, making contributions all over the place tonight.
So both teams changing it up here. So we can't get either to fall.
Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dellavedova. Anthony's got 55.
Well, they've done a great job keeping the fans out of the game today, and the closer they get to the win, the quieter it gets.
Yeah, we call that the sweet sounds of silence. They're going to savor this win, as well they should. Every road win carries a little extra reward.
Cleveland with the ball. They're on a 16-7 run. Here's Dellavedova. That free throw good from Dellavedova. And the Rockets making a change here. And both free throws good for Dellavedova. 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, no way you can come back from this deficit.
Just not enough time left on the clock.
Flowers the pass to Moniunas. Kicks it to Covington. Pass to Flowers. He dishes it to Covington. Soft touch on the glass.
Well, their offense is kicked into gear, but seems to have arrived a little bit too late.
And as a coach, that can really be frustrating. I mean, your guys were stumbling along for most of the game, and now, when it's basically over, they finally decide to come alive.
So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. You know, Clark, every team has a bad night. These guys might want to watch the tape of this game the next time they have a bad night to remind themselves.
Well, tonight you factored into this game